Hello everyone, I'm Kibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory, where today I got 20 essential emergency tips that you need to know or else doggos will be sad. Number 1, don't be taken aback by the breathtaking scenery, the stunning landscapes, or the absolutely adorable puppos. This is a survival horror game and don't you forget it. Luckily in the gameplay settings, there's an arachnophobia mode, so the spiders are turned into cats. However, this does not make the game any less horrifying. And at the same time, you need to remember, this is a survival game as well. Nothing but productivity and efficiency. There's no fun to be had or memes to enjoy, or the fun police will find you.
Thanks for subbing.
What the f? And speaking of being efficient, never pick up flowers with your hands. That is inefficient. Obviously, you want to use a chainsaw for that. Far more effective. Also, another thing that might seem a little counterintuitive is that when you put items in the resource sink to get coupons, and then you put one of those coupons back into the awesome sink, well, you unlock something relatively dandy. The Cyber Wagon. Which might seem a little ridiculous at first with the whole square wheels thing. However, it's not a land vehicle. This is a common misconception. The Cyber Wagon is actually a flying vehicle. Just have to go off a bounce pad, and off you go. The square wheels are for controlling the aerodynamics, of course. See, most people would see this as quite obvious, but you know, this is quite a futuristic piece of equipment. Also, if you didn't know, you can actually stick explosives to enemies. In fact, you don't even have to explode the explosives. Their sheer weight and the fear it causes breaks their mind, and eventually cause them to freak out and collapse. And also, if you take out a hog this way, you get fireworks after. And as mentioned before, you can stick explosives to anything, even to more explosives. This can lead to some pretty interesting applications, like easily clearing out forests. Well, kinda anyway. Also out and around the world, you can find little lizard doggo boys here, which might look a little horrifying, but if you drop them a berry, and then back up for a second, they'll go and eat it. And then after they do that, you can walk up to them, give them a good old pet, and now they're your best friend ever. And tame lizard doggos also have an inventory slot, and sometimes they can give you some cool stuff, which include power slugs, so they can help you significantly with your factory. Or one day they just might decide to kill you and find you nuclear waste. Because for some predators, the best way to hunt their prey is by befriending them first. But bonus fact here, lizard doggos will like you 30% more if you remember to leave a like. Also, you might just think you could get rid of the nuclear waste by throwing it into the resource sink. Takes everything for points, right? Well, almost everything. Nuclear waste is a no-go. So you're stuck with this stuff forever. Also, with all nuclear material, when it's just on its own, it's not too bad. You can even walk up to a bin with some of it in it, and you're fine to walk around, hang out, have fun. However, once you start getting a lot of nuclear material in one place, things end up getting pretty dang spicy. And the radius of the radiation spreads quite a bit, and it spreads in a circular pattern. So the radiation goes up, and it goes out. So when you end up storing radioactive material, be careful where you put it. Also, you can't throw it out, because Fix-It does not waste, even though you can throw out literally anything else in the game. But you know, I don't make the corporate rules here. Although one good thing about nuclear stuff is that the nuclear fuel rods can be used in the nuclear power plant, but also as fuel for vehicles. So you throw a nuclear fuel rod in there, and you are going forever. Like, you'll just keep going. And going, and going, and you get the picture. Unfortunately though, nuclear fuel rods do not make for good jetpack fuel, for whatever reason. Who would have guessed it? Now, do we die before we hit the ground, or do we die from the radiation? Who knows? We know. Anyway, the stinky rocks here damage you separately. So if you get close to one, it does a little bit of damage. However though, if you get close to multiple, you start taking damage from all of them. And then you quickly go oof. However though, if you're in a train, you'll be 100% fine. And the party rocks can't do nothing to you. In fact, you're even safe from radiation. So you can go right up to those radioactive spots in the game and still be okay. Also, this is extremely important to remember, but trains do in fact go chew. And don't forget it, Mr. Bean. Busta. Also, randomly, you can get more height vertically with the jetpack if you spam the spacebar instead of just holding down the spacebar. So that's how far we get just holding, and now with spamming the spacebar. So I can help you out building factories. Anyway, though, those are the 20 random facts I had for you today, so I hope you remember to breathe in game and remember to leave a like and subscribe. Bye.